What's up, YouTube? It's Hoosier Resell, back with another video. This is not going to be a what I found video. I'm going to make this a little bit more specific, and really it has to come down to the VHS tapes. And how many of you out there buy or collect or resell VHS tapes? A lot of you guys already know VHS tapes can be worth decent money. It can be kind of a mess, you know, buying the old VHS tapes. But I came across a Facebook listing that I couldn't pass up. So yeah, that Facebook listing, I'm going to show you guys just a small snippet of what I have. And I'll explain a little bit more about all of it. Let me flip this camera around so you guys can see. So I found a Facebook listing, local, that was $50 for 10 boxes of VHS tapes. This was all their collection. This was just a husband and wife. And all they had were a picture of all the boxes. And they took the Facebook listing down. I should have snagged like a screenshot to show you guys the picture that they had. But it was literally just a picture of all the boxes inside their garage. And they wanted $50 for all of them, and they had one top opened up. And it was, it had a couple movies that I could view, and two of them were like the horror movies. One of them was actually that Birds 2 movie right there. So Birds 2 VHS, Alfred Hitchcock sequel. I have never seen the Birds 2, but yeah, there it is. I think it's generally considered a terrible movie, but yeah, Rear Window, another Alfred Hitchcock movie. So the good thing about all these VHS tapes are the plastic was kept on them. Some are brand new. So they were kept in very good condition. But Birds 2, I think is worth about $15 sold, free shipping. So that one combined with one other movie, I think The Fog was in that picture. That's worth maybe $8 to $10 free shipping. So not a lot for that one. But, we're talking 10 boxes of VHS tapes. The top row on one box had a couple good movies. I'm taking a chance. I said, I'll take them all. I went and picked them up. I'm trying to just pile up as many as I could right there. This was one of the boxes. Still got some more tapes in here. I haven't really gone through them all. But yeah, as you guys can see, just a ton of movies. I'm going to have to go through each one and just scan them in and see if they're worth anything. You never know. Like even these Bruce Lee movies, Kung Fu movies, some of them can be worth a lot. I don't think I've ever seen this exact cover. So this one might actually be a decent one. Any Bruce Lee movie, you can lot these up and auction them off. Kung Fu movies, horror movies, if they're only worth a couple bucks. So yeah. But some of these may not be made or may not have been produced on DVD. You never know. Sioux City with Lou Diamond Phillips. Could be a decent one. You just never know. So yeah, we're going to go through that big stack. And I've got one more box here. So this is essentially four total boxes. 4 total boxes worth. And the other 6 are in the garage. And we are going to see what we can get out of this and see if we can find any gems. So I might set up the GoPro and just do a fast video of me going through all these. And we'll see what we come up with. So already I'm going through this, and it's only been maybe 5 minutes of going through some of these, stacks. And I just want to point out that, I'm coming across a lot of themed things. So even if they're not worth a ton, like this one's worth $5-6 on eBay. I don't know if I want to sell it separately. What a great movie. Older copy. This is fantastic. 2001 Space Odyssey, Stanley Kubrick. Good stuff. But if, you know, you have this many tapes, and obviously I'm not going to want to sell these off one by one. So I'm going to, you know, theme lot these. I'm going to put all the science fiction movies together, or a bunch of them, 20 at a time, lot them up, probably auction them off just to see, because that's fun sometimes. But yeah, so I haven't found any gems yet, but I have found a few that I'm definitely going to keep. You know, even Nicolas Cage Snake Eyes was worth a few bucks. So yeah, Stallone movies, you know, if I can lot those all up. Daylight and what was it? The one with Wesley Snipes, Demolition Man. So, you know, if I can find enough Stallone movies. I've already found one James Bond movie that was unopened. So if there's more of those, I'm going to lot those up. So yeah, just something to think about. As you're going through the yard sales this year, you might find a ton of VHS tapes just sitting in a box. So just something to think about. Yeah, let's get back to it. And hopefully this time-lapse video from the GoPro lookalike camera is working pretty well. So yeah. Okay guys, I just wanted to say I've got a little stack here of movies so far. I think I'm about halfway through this, maybe a little bit more than halfway through. And these ones over here, these 3 stacks back there, are all decent, have comps that have sold, and I'll be able to lot those up into different categories of science fiction, horror, comedy, whatever. And you know, there's a decent amount of unopened items, so those are pretty cool. Casablanca, Killing Fields, classic movies. So if I can find enough of these, maybe I can lot those up as unopened, brand new classics. But you know, these ones, Lolita is like $15, White Noise is like 10. I have no idea what this is. Broken Chain, Pierce Brosnan, you know, not sure. I've never seen it. But yeah, Halloween's always good. Horror movies are always good. These ones are each like maybe 15 and 10 respectively. So these are pretty good. Might sell those separately or individually. But we found one gem so far. The Devil's Rejects, Rob Zombie film. I think this was his first movie that he wrote and directed. Yeah, this one, I'm going to put the comps up on the screen. You might have saw it in the time-lapse video as well, but this one's going for 50 plus, guys. So awesome. This just paid for the entire box, all the boxes. And you know what? As I'm sitting here looking at this other stacks, check this out. There's one more. It's the exact same movie, guys. Devil's Rejects, 2 of them. So 50 bucks at least a piece. All right, we're doubling up. We found 2 gems. Let's keep going. Well, guys, we've gone through all those tapes. This is what we got left. It's probably a little more than half of what was up here. These ones right here are the better than usual. Crash, David Cronenberg film. Highly sexual and erotic film. I remember seeing this one time back when I worked at Blockbuster. James Spader, Holly Hunter. Yeah. So it's worth like 15 to 20 bucks. So this is actually the second best movie in all of the lot, next to The Devil's Rejects, which you already know because we've talked about it, is worth $50 plus. Try and remember to throw the comp up there. These other ones are pretty good. So yeah, I mean, we've got 100, 120. We'll say, you know, 10 bucks a piece on each of these. So 3, 4, 5. So $170 right there. And we've gone through 3 of the 10 boxes. And the rest of these will get put in lots. So comedy, science fiction, horror, lots. Yeah. I'm going to go through one more box, I think, for this video. And let's see what we can find. Well, guys, I went through that last box, added another stack of movies. It's looking really good. It's a lot of money here. Originally, when I bought the 10 boxes, I said, I think it's easy $1,000, after I sell everything, which, I've gone through 4 boxes. The lots aren't going to make a lot. If I can get $20 per lot, I'll be happy. 20 plus shipping. We'll just have to see how many lots I end up having. It'll probably be about 10 to 20 different lots. The real money is going to be in the gems you find. And like we said earlier, up until Crash, I was like 170 in that 4th box. These are the ones that we found that were pretty good. Spookies, pretty rare. Compilation horror movie, goes for about $40 with sold comps. Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3, Leatherface, this goes for about $15. A Boy and His Dog, this is a really weird one. I had never heard of this. Probably only about 10, but a really interesting movie. Who was in this? Somebody I didn't expect. Oh, Don Johnson. Don Johnson in this cult science fiction movie. It's Alive, classic horror, is like $10. And this was the last good one I found out of that box. Did not expect this one to be a banger. But yeah, House of Wax. Look at that cast. Alicia Cuthbert. Definitely like Alicia Cuthbert, but also Paris Hilton. So yeah. House of Wax, this goes for like $25-30. So it must be out of print and must not be available on DVD or something. That's usually what makes them pretty valuable. So yeah, you can see I'll go a little bit slower through, this full scan of what we found in the first 4 boxes. Yeah, good thing is I know we have probably 3 of the Scream movies. So we can lot those up in its own nice little lot. Some Steven Seagal movies, which there's still people out there that just like those old Steven Seagal movies. Under Siege 1 and 2. I'm pretty sure there was at least 1 or 2 more. Got both Speed movies. Look at that. Speed 1, Speed 2. Yeah, so good lots. But we're going to go through all 10 boxes first before we start listing. I want to make sure if there are any collections or sets that we can bundle together, I want to make sure we can get them all together, especially like even Nightmare on Elm Street. If we can get the whole collection, that would be amazing. Yeah, so that's it. I hope you enjoyed it, and yeah, we'll see you on the next one. I think I'm going to split this up into a couple videos because this is a lot to do for one video. Yeah, let me know what you guys think. Do you guys collect VHS? Is that a thing for you? Did you know that these were worth so much? This one stack right here is at least $200. So, yeah, pretty good. Pretty good.